Welcome. Welcome to the 1st of the 1st, 2025. It's 11:11 and we are beginning right on time because this is the essential portal time. Utilizing the portal of the pillars of the numbers of this powerful day, where the collective energy, we can feel it, is in an ending and a new beginning. So let's have a drink of water first and land in here. You might watch this in replay. And I'm also feeling you here already in the quantum field present. If you're here right now live or not, I feel you in the quantum field. So when you watch this replay, it is like you're watching it live. So please be aware of that. And I lift the glass of this sacred water to you. This is Kangen water, return to origin water. And I called this gathering today the gathering of the Kangen Shamans, because we are the shamans who are here to assist the whole and humanity to return to origin. And one gateway is this water as well that we utilize. Yeah. Why at the moment does water matter so much? Like, feel into that and how your relationship with water is. You know, I start with my story from the beginning of last year, 2024. I was very engaged with water, helping a property and a piece of land and a sacred temple to transition. And that's what we do as shamans. We go to places, we help transition. People come to us, or we are guided together, or animals or land pieces, and we help transition from the old to the new. Yeah, and many of us shamans are located in very urban areas. We are in the middle of a city or a suburb or a community, and we are often alone because the shaman's way is one of solitude. It's the solitaire woman, the solitaire man. Yeah, because in that energy, we can feel our essence without being enmeshed with anyone. So often, most of us, we are New Earth leaders. And I have shared already several masterclasses in the last months of the New Earth Leaders Uniting, of igniting the Aqua Phoenix movement, of activating our sacred livelihoods, which is another word for business, and sacred livelihood means it is soul aligned. It's our deep shamanic work is our sacred livelihood. It's our purpose, our mission of our soul. And then I launched the InSync Prosperity Community. I'm setting and building the deep foundations. And I've been doing this for years and years, and lifetimes actually. So right now, where we are at, we as humanity have never been at this point. Yeah. And we are also remembering other lifetimes where at this time we left our body, or the earth got destroyed. Yeah, if it was Atlantis or Lemuria or so. And we don't need to go into the stories of all of that because it's not so relevant. It is and it isn't. What matters is right now, right here, aligning with this sacred vehicle that is our body, this instrument of love, this sacred temple, and aligning, coming into full alignment with our soul, our spirit, our higher self, with our monadic energy, and with source, with the creator, with the whole universe. The solstice gathering was a galactivation, a galactivation of ourselves. You can watch the replays of this. Today is specifically, we're diving deeply into the shamanic essence and what that means. And what I share with you is the doors I have already been opening so that you can come right in. And when you hear it and you resonate, then you align. Yeah. I'm not telling you what to do. Or, okay, I just have Marinella coming in. So beautiful. I'm just pausing and we let her in and then we continue. Hello, beautiful sister. Welcome. Just begun at 11:11. So 7 minutes in, this is a powerful activation. Just seeing you, would you like to come in via video as well with your phone on, your video on, or do you want to stay turned off? Beautiful. Let me make you bigger because it's just the two of us, like sometimes in the lives. This is a powerful activation. Feel also free to unmute. Think you can do that yourself? Can you do that? Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Nice. Let's do this together. So beautiful to see you.
So beautiful to see you too.
Yeah. Oh, landing in here. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Yes. It was a big night.
Yeah. Have you been outside this morning?
I have. I have beautiful morning this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. How
So
are
it
you?
feels very special. We both are here, and we've been together in another group for quite some years.
Yes.
Some years ago. I'm not in that anymore right now because I was guided to just completely do my own and
Yeah.
not be in any other one's groups at the moment while I'm creating this. But
Yeah.
that's where we also met energetically, right? We were
Yes.
together.
Yes. I
We are
remember.
both realized as Blu-rays, we have seen ourselves and felt ourselves. Is that right?
I remember you and your beautiful guinea pigs.
Yeah. Oh, I should get
You
one in
still,
actually and bring them in.
yes. Oh, you still got them? That's lovely.
Yeah, but there's so much on the land now. I got a big house built for them, like a big
Oh,
snake-proof wire. So they have like a massive house, and they all
wow.
don't want to be touched anymore, and they're just happy outside there.
Oh,
The big shift,
in
but
their
they're
own.
here. So they're
Yeah.
just the window you see there. They're right under there.
Oh, lovely. Oh, that's
So
so
they're
special. I could see you had a special connection with them. It was really lovely to watch.
yeah. Let's have some water together. Yes, that's how I
Mm.
started before too.
Cheers. Cheers to a
Coming
beautiful new
some
year.
water. Mm. Mm. Here is also a beautiful guinea pig
Oh, he's gorgeous.
bringing their
We
essence in.
had them years ago when the kids were younger. We had guinea pigs and rabbits,
So
and
you
they were
have a
they were a
connection with
lot of
them
fun.
too.
They were really special for the kids. They were a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel there's souls in these little bodies that could be, Yeah, sometimes I felt there are buffalo in this little soil, there are tigers in these little bodies. Now because they are pocket animals, we can go, like during times of COVID, I had them always with me in a little pouch here, and I went everywhere with them. They were like my my warrior companions.
Oh, that's beautiful. I had a special little Maltese that was like that with me after my mum passed. And she was really she really looked after me. Yeah, she was a gorgeous little friend. She came with me everywhere. I recently lost her a couple of years ago too, so that was really hard. But she must have done the work to help get me through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you feeling her? Are you feeling her with you a lot?
Yeah, from time to time. Yeah, I guess I do because she'll come up in conversations and I'll often honor her because she was such a support. She was just gorgeous.
What's
Yeah.
her name? What's her name?
Her name was Fluffy because she was fluffy and white.
I've got a guinea pig called Fluffy.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah, she's
special.
white and like that too. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I'm just feeling Fluffy coming in as well with us here.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So, and
That
this
brings,
is,
that brings tears. That brings tears. I can feel that. Oh,
yeah, I have goosebumps. I'm feeling shivers, and we are feeling her presence coming in, right? Oh,
yeah. She was a very, very unique, very special soul and very unique personality. She had a personality all on her own. She was unrealistic.
share a bit about her, because this is today a gathering where we are especially focusing on our shamanic essence and our us as shamans. You know, I was just before you came on, I was talking about that the shamans are often located. We are, before we realize ourselves, we are located everywhere in cities, in suburbs, in communities, in families. And at first, we don't know that we are a shaman and might think a shaman just sits in the jungle and they do this and this and they have feathers in their hair and they la la la. But shamans today, we are the new earth leaders. You know, we are the Blu-ray star seeds as well. And we are we are the new earth leaders, the aqua
Yeah.
phoenixes, and
And
we transverse between the realms, right? And we communicate with the animals, and so animals come to us. And now Fluffy coming in, this is beautiful, you coming in and bringing her in. So please share about her and introduce her and whatever she's speaking through you
yes,
into the field.
I just want to say too, when you talked about the shaman in your one of your videos, I want to thank you for that because it's so true. You look at it as somebody else and they have to look a certain way, or you look up to other people. So thank you for recognizing that, and I'm learning to recognize that all my life I have done so much to do things to help other people, but I've never recognized it in the way that I'm starting to learn to recognize it. So I thank you for that. Yeah,
Thank you.
that's really,
Thank you for sharing that, because this is why I'm saying it, you know,
yes,
because then you remember this is how we woke up being Blu-rays as well, right?
yes,
I read what Anastasia was writing in Shekina, and then was like, wow, that is me. That's me
yes,
to the,
yes,
yeah. And this is
yes,
the same with the shamans we are, because it's not a label, it's just like like a label, like we are a woman. We are a
yes,
shaman as much as we are a woman. So it's not
yes,
a fancy label, and some people push it down by, oh, don't be arrogant, or don't, you know, but it's not. It's just,
yes.
I am woman, I am
Mm.
shaman.
Oh, the first time Anastasia described to me, she said, oh my gosh, you're such a Blu-ray. And she just showed me and she got me to read something and I read it and I said, oh, I always knew that I saw things differently, I said things differently, I did things differently. And when I read that, it was like a coming home. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, thank you. I understand more why others
yes.
perhaps don't understand where I'm coming from because I do feel things deeply and differently from others, perhaps. But when you're growing up, you feel that everybody's just doing the same, and everybody is on their own in their own way. But yeah, I could always sense there was something a little bit different.
Yeah.
So when I
How,
read that, that was a coming home for me.
yeah. How was it for you? Like when did you feel that? Like as a child already?
Oh,
Like always, right?
definitely a child, yes.
Yeah.
Definitely from a child. Just from, in the playground. I remember I had a sensation someone had hurt their leg, and I, I just I just crouched down to help them out and put some water on it, and just comforted them. And I had this really strong sense of um, how good that felt, and that's what I wanted to do. That I knew that I was going to help people in some way. Oh, this is
Mm.
bringing up emotions. This is so deep. So it was, yeah, it was, and I knew it wasn't a role like a nurse, and
Yeah.
that's the label that that is how the healer works in the traditional world. But I also knew that wasn't me. It wasn't that sort of role. It was to help people, but not like in the medical field
Yeah.
as such. Yes.
And then how did that unfold? Like how did your
Um,
life unfold with healing and
um, I just,
helping?
I've just recognized, just in being the person that I was, and the love within me for humanity and the planet. It just kept evolving, and then with my family, as Stasia says, she sort of says that I'm the family ascension pioneer. She's always got these beautiful, and I resonated with that. Now with my family, when my father passed, it was like his role was passed on to me in a sense. And that's what I've done ever since. That's like 30 years ago.
Mm.
That I, made sure that everybody was okay financially, made sure they were okay, um, you know, with attention and love. And I was very nurturing with
Mm.
all of them. And I even put my own grieving aside for the first 12, 14 months to honour his business and finish off his business, make sure that mum was okay. My siblings didn't really cope. They sort of left, and I was the one who was dealing with it. And it just, that's been my life path. But this year, after for 30 years, my role has finished with that. And I now recognise that, and I'm ready to move on to be my own person, to do my own thing.
Yeah.
I've now completed the role of helping everybody else. Now, this year, the last few years, I've really learned to nurture myself more, because I did reach a point about 7 years ago where I almost didn't make it, because I have given so much of myself. And now I'm learning to give back to myself and put myself first in a loving way, in a nurturing way. And I feel really good about it. I'm at a much better place than what I was a few years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's such a process. I can so feel you. I'm covered in shivers. Do
Huge.
you get that too? Like this, when truth is speaking, there's just this whoa, this whole feeling of on
Yes.
in the body, and
Yeah. And it took a long time for the truth
yeah,
to come and for me to be able to express it, because, as you know, we get so bombarded because people don't understand where you're coming from. You really get criticized and judged,
yeah,
and there's so many layers of protection. So I've taken a long time to just work through those layers of protection to be able
yeah,
to voice, because my voice was so smothered for so long, because
yeah,
people didn't really want to hear the truth, and my role was the truth, so I would just say the truth. And I think for a long time it was just it was really smothered, and now it's beautiful to have that expression within me now, and be able to even
yeah,
talking to you now. Thank you so much, because it's such a freedom to be able
yeah.
to share with someone, that knows, that understands, and is evolved in their own way. Because
and we feel that right now as we talk. I can so deeply feel you, and you feel that I'm deeply feeling you, right?
Yes, and just heard, because a lot of people don't know how to listen. I've always been the listener, so it's really lovely to be able to be on the end of expressing and being heard. So really,
and thank you for being here, and thank you for expressing. And this is also the change. This what I've been birthing is about us just being who we are. This is not now here about being here together and doing something, but we are it. And we are modeling this. So anyone, I've started recording this before you came on. Are you okay with it?
Yeah, that's fine. Yes.
And then when others watch this, they can feel who we are and and they feel if they are aligned or not.
Yes.
So,
it does. It will help others as we speak, and I've actually started to say that to a lot of people around me that have started to evolve or evolving, that as you allow yourself to be who you really are and allow the freedom within yourself, that helps others around you. And I feel that was the biggest turning point that Anastasia had said to me also. She said, you need to help yourself. And when you help yourself, that's how that will help others. Because we grew up in an era where you needed to put everybody else before you. And that was just leaving yourself and your soul behind a little. And now I think we had it a little bit back to front, and now we're learning the difference, that we're loving ourselves in an unselfish way. And being selfless is helping others.
It's like, as mothers, I'm also feeling like we both have older children now, like mine are 16 and 20, and yours are?
Mine are 18, 19, and 24.
So similar and a little bit older. But are you also feeling like, oh my gosh, when I look now at young mothers with young children, I'm really realizing how much we give as mothers, also as fathers, but especially as mothers, having given our body. So it's
100%.
So much.
100%. Yeah. You just did, to me, I just did what I needed to do in the moment. And that's what I knew best how to do. And I loved every minute of it. But now sometimes when I look back, I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know how I did that.
I know. How did I do that?
How did I juggle all that?
That's what I feel too. The fierceness and the power of the mother is incredible, and when we know that our children are older, but we are still embodied mothers, and we are working, like I feel I'm working with the divine mother energy. I feel that in you too. But we have also got the experience of being mother. That was like an initiation and a training, right? Because if we can birth and we can look after these little humans and bring these souls down here, then we can also help rebirth humanity, right? Because we have already birthed children and brought them up and guided them. And
oh, beautiful. That's a beautiful way of looking at it.
I feel also my children really activated me. Did you feel that with yours too, when they came in, what they brought through?
100%. 100%. It's a very sacred thing. It's a very beautiful gift. I have been gifted with 3 amazing children. And then it's wonderful, then they bring in more amazing children, all their best friends. Just last night we were with all their best friends, and we're like just our own family, and they're like all my little ducklings as well. and I have so
Beautiful.
much love for them, and they, you know, I feel they find that comfort with me, and
Yeah.
it's a really special bond because the
Yeah.
kids, this new generation, they need that, you know,
Yeah.
that love, unconditional,
Yeah.
need that inspiration. They
Yeah.
need to be listened to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they all love hugs. I'm a real big fan of hugging, and
Yeah.
they all came and gave me a hug last night. It
Oh,
was the most
beautiful.
special thing. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
that's wonderful.
it is. It is, and I've read it. I'll get passages sometimes, you know, that God will send you the children.
It's breaking up a little bit. Connection. Just giving it a few minutes, seconds. Let's drink some water to that. The screen is frozen. Oh, Marinella has dropped off. So oh, there she's back. Disconnected. It's waiting for you to come back on. Little interference. Everything happens in divine timing. So why we just give this the sacred space that it would like. Let's just move our bodies together and just stay in presence while we are waiting. And not waiting, we are just being, just waiting for the connection to come back on. And there you are again. Just dropped off. Little reset.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Welcome
Reset.
back. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Goodness.
it's like just this little sacred break, like a sacred break, and we can just breathe and move our body, and then you are back, and we are in a reset. It's like a new, ah, yeah, the beautiful divine mother energy. And this is too, that is deeply shamanic, like how we started. Let's also go back to Fluffy right now. Just feel her there and introduce her, bring her in, what is coming through you from her, if that happens, because I
She
feel her coming in.
yeah, she was so little, but she had just such a big personality, and she really stuck up for herself and stuck up for me too, actually. Um, so she was very protective. She would bark.
So while the screen is frozen, let's just keep feeling into the energy of Fluffy. I'm feeling her strongly present with us. And as Marinella was sharing about her, let's keep feeling into her. This is also what shamans do. We feel the subtle energies. We feel the subtleties we are communicating telepathically. So this is also showing why Marinella is just, there's connection, disconnection, interference is happening, but we can still feel the energy of Fluffy. And this is also, yeah, right on topic, because that's what a gift is of a shaman. We can feel what is not said, we can feel the energies, and we can communicate with the animals. And to really open that up and activate that, now to realize ourselves as a shaman, is also to feel our gifts and to let them fully come out. And that feels also my role of what I have awoken in me to activate, because I'm an activator. By sharing like this, I activate that in you, of those of you who listen, or you, Marinella, who are on here, and whatever is not yet activated in you. And we are activating also each other, of course. So if you are back on, continue, if that feels right, if it works again.
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
It just says your bandwidth is low, so sometimes you might drop out. And
yes, I've just put it on charge. I'm on charge now. Can you hear me okay? Can you?
yes, yeah. It just said your bandwidth is low, so your connection mightn't be so strong, and that's why you drop out sometimes or so of the phone, the reception.
You are, Tanya?
Yeah. And it says your bandwidth is low. Yeah. If you're back on, and there's more of
Yep.
Fluffy to more Fluffy to share, please feel free to share. It feels powerful. The screen might be frozen again. Yeah, there you are again. The screen was frozen again. Are you back on? We're just practicing sacred presence. Ah. While we are in this stillness, you can also hear all the birds that are speaking, that are coming on. Are you back? You can unmute yourself again. Yeah. So just as you heard before of what Marinella was sharing, this activation of our energies as blue rays, the recognition of us as shamans, it comes from a self-realization and self-activation. And also with other guides help. And they have been our forerunners, and we each are forerunners and way showers for others. So this is not about hierarchy, about being better or more advanced or anything. This is just about that we each are way showers for others. And that's also our role as shamans, we help other people to wake up to who they truly are. It's as simple as that. Yeah, when we have been realizing who we truly are and embodying our soul and our spirit, linking our soul, our spirit with our body, and coming really down here, and we have woken up to who we are and why we are here, then we can fully activate in our shamanic essence, and that's what we help others with. And also transition, because these are all transitions. If we shift out of the forgotten, we have been forgetting who we are, all under amnesia. When we wake up and embody, that's a big transition, because it means we have to let our old life go. That is a death of the old and a going into the new. And this is also a shaman's role, to help with all kinds of transitions. Like naturally, all my life, I've always been helping people. If they were separating or dying or animals dying, like there is no death, but just leaving the physical form, they have come to me. And more and more and more, I realized what actually my gifts are. And I also, in this lifetime, then have had trained for these gifts. The training has helped me wake those gifts up. And then all the trainings can also, they are there as a foundation, but then they kind of go away and we are creating our own ways. Yeah, so I learned the body talk system and different other modalities for many, many years that helped wake me up, because it was a consciousness raising modality and a waking up modality. So I've got the tools there that have helped me, and all the other tools I have gathered, and learning how to work with animals and all of that, how to communicate with them. But deep inside, I knew all that already. But the training has actually helped me wake up to who I truly am. And then I called this gathering today the Kangen Shamans, because this water that I've been drinking since early last year, I can say, no, not this year, in 24, that's called Return to Origin, Kangen water. So this is what shamans do. We help others return to their origin, and first ourselves. But this water has helped me deeper come home to myself. It has woken up water codes and just hydrated me so deeply, so that I could go to layers that I hadn't really come to yet. And then the water is such a sacred medicine, waking me up to all the waters like the ocean. And you see me every day out there. You know, I'm really living this. And I have been deeply embodying who I truly am. And then after the waking up realization and embodiment, I have been shown it comes to alignment. Yeah, that are the steps like. So as a shaman, I have awoken, I have embodied, I have been embodying, I've been realizing I'm in my purpose, my mission, guided by my soul, by my higher self. And then everything is about alignment. Oh, the old water didn't align anymore. I needed this water for my next level, for my body's health, and also to help people with. Because with this model, we can shift out of what we were just touching on at the beginning when you came on, Marinella, how we have been giving and giving and giving and working and working, but what we have given, what we have been given back isn't in alignment with what we have been giving, right? It's not equal for me, I felt. There was never fully the inflow coming in that it felt fully aligned, because my soul is infinite. So when I am soul embodied and totally aligned with my source and soul, I'm needing to open everything up. There can't be a kept income. There can't be a closed heart. There cannot be anything kept. So when we are in kept income stream, or in a kept model, which we are in when we are in a job or anything else, we need to bust that open into infinity, because that is with the alignment. So aligning with oceanic consciousness and aligning with the infinity of our soul, we need to have a model with which we can align everything. That is the deep shamanic way. And to many, this might look very unshamanic. It might look unspiritual, because we were told it's not spiritual to talk about money, or it's not spiritual. I was just talking, Marinella, about, that this could be seen as, or was, or is partly, that is not shamanic to align, to bring money in, or spiritual, but the full alignment with our true essence, our oceanic consciousness of infinity, which our soul is, our spirit and source energy. If we align our whole life with that, we need a model that is open to infinity. We cannot be in a job or anything where we are kept, because then we are closed, and that is not in alignment. So for me, I was guided that this is in full alignment, because this product, this water ionizer, when I asked the universe, show me where's my money going to come from? I was given and shown, you need to drink this water. This will help you in your current ascension process. You need to tell others about it because it will help them. And then your money will flow from that, because that's how the system is set up. We drink this, we tell others about that so their health can shift, and then we get paid for that. And they get paid too. Everybody gets paid for it. So the model is like an ocean. So the term Kangen means return to origin. So for me, I've gotten very deeply to the roots of why I am sharing this. It's not like an oil or anything that you have to buy again and again, and you have to buy something every month. You just invest into this once and then tell others about it. And then we are flowing in cooperation like an ocean. And for me, with this, I have deeply woken up to my shamanic essence, deeper and deeper. Yeah. So, and water, like my water code's waking up. That I need to drink, actually, because I'm feeling the oil dehydration coming up. And when we have been longer in these bodies, so I've been in this body now 51 years, and today is actually my conception day. I was conceived almost around this time 52 years ago. So 52 years in this body with not the right water, there was dehydration, systemic dehydration deep inside of me. And I have been working with hydration already for around 20 years with the body talk system. But now the next level, I needed this water. So last year at this time, we had a massive storm. Many of you might remember, you were out of power and so on. A lot of our area here had no power and was flooded and so on. And in that thunderstorm, I went outside and jumped on the trampoline. And I really worked with the lightning, striking and activating me, because my soul was like, you need to activate. Go outside into this storm. So I had the lightning like ball and the thunder strike my body. I also, when it was very strong, was behind like an open window and worked with the lightning. But that lightning struck my cells. And that was also allowing in that the ionization, the ionized water, is also like lightning hitting my body, my cells, my light body. So this is how it has come all together. Yeah, and it doesn't matter. It's up to you. If you feel called to this, I'm still activating you with your shamanic essence. And everybody needs to feel, is this aligned for me? Is this what I need? Now, this is what I'm introducing. I'm sharing things with you. I'm activating you anyway. And you can feel into, wow, tell me, universe, do I need this water? Do I need this model? Am I meant to do that? Is this aligned with me or not? Now it's that simple. And then it's beyond that, because you might find your own, or you will be guided to whatever you need to work with. And this is the same also when we say yes to this water and this model and affiliate with this company and so on. And in my other master classes, I go deeper into that. I don't want to go into this today because this is specifically about our shamanic essence, and all the info is out there. So, but everybody who I'm watching who has been affiliating and working with this water and drinking it and sharing it, everybody has come home to themselves. So this is where I'm noticing this water is doing what it is saying. It is returning us to our origin. So it's not that we are all doing the same. Some people just share it for the business model. I share it because of all of what I'm saying. It's a deep, deep alignment for me, and it's linked with the soul embodiment. It's also a bit more complex, and in some ways it's more complicated, but it's not. I have to do it because I'm guided to do it like that. And so will you. Everybody will be guided to how that is meant to flow for everybody themselves, bringing out to who you really truly are. Yeah. And then anyway, the sacredness of the water. You know, I'm waking up also to the water priestess memories and the water shaman. I never so much in sessions used water. Now I would give someone, first of all, water, and if there's a shift in the session, we drink to it and then it shifts. You know, so I've woken up to such a deeper sacredness of water. And as Blu-rays also, and I have a blue glass here as well, and many of us starseeds, we are very sensitive to water. Let's take a few breaths in while we wait for Marinella to come back on. Yeah, so the Blu-rays and other starseeds, we are so deeply connected with water, and water is so essential for us, but to all of us humans. Yeah, because we are water bodies, and we are also really returning to being water babes, to mermaids. And what that does is it releases resistance out of our body. I have been feeling this returning to water, embodying water, and just returning back to the flow of life, to the pulse of life through water. And then the impulses come in via that. If you're back on, you can unmute yourself again, then we can continue sharing as well. I don't want to just keep talking myself here. I love us communicating. So how is your experience and your relationship with water? What have you been? Yeah, how is your relationship with water?
Oh, water for me has been a lifesaver. I can feel with every mouthful the revitalization and the regeneration it does within me. I feel with all the energy work, there is that importance with the water. And as you say, and as we flow, I have got a big relationship with water, and I love. I'm drinking it constantly. I sip on it all day, even through the night.
Yeah.
Yes.
Beautiful. Put some also in your belly button right now. That's a really good the technique from the body talk system. Let's just tap that together into our belly button and a bit behind the right ear, and also here on the kidney 27 points. And then let's take a mouthful. And I just tap the hydration out for us and focusing on the hydration optimization for all of us, and also our hydration with our communication flow between each other. I'm really feeling the cells absorbing the water deeply. Our belly button is such a high energy center, and we can put things into it and then tell our body, give our body instructions like, oh, why are you allergic against that or so, or put water in to absorb it deeper. Yeah. When did you wake up further to water? Do you remember that? Or were you always very connected? Did you grow up by the ocean?
No, we don't have the ocean here, but we've got the major river and a lake. And I remember growing up, we were at that lake every day in summer. So always loved being near the water. And I feel that I have been a water drinker for a long time. I can't really pinpoint when that started. It's probably been more over the last few years, but I can't really pinpoint. I've always been actually I don't drink anything else. Water is the only thing I've ever drunk. Even bringing my kids up, that's all we had water. I didn't believe in the sugar drinks. I don't believe that they do for our bodies what the water does.
Yeah.
So I guess it's always been in me. And I've always been a believer of eating, good food to support our bodies and our organs and our immune systems. And of course, I've got a blessing of having a naturopath in the family, my beautiful sister, and I've trained with her for over 25 years. So
beautiful,
I've always, love the herbs, love the homeopathics. Chinese medicine is just next to none. So just, always the replenishing of the body and the soul's always been a vital part.
Yeah, beautiful. And the homeopathy is also the water is a carrier, right, of the frequencies.
Yes, and Bach flower remedies, or the flower remedies, Australian flower remedies. I've worked with them for a long time.
Oh, yeah, beautiful, powerful.
Yeah, when I was younger, I used to make them up for people through my business, and remembering helping quite a number of ladies that recognised the difference that it made in them. So, I mean, that feels like a lifetime ago, but I was doing that back then. So, it's always been very, very important to me.
Did you have a water filter very early on, or what water were you drinking? Were you on tank water or tap water?
Always had water filter, or tank water. Yes, yes,
Look how far.
Sorry, you go.
What were you saying about recently?
Yeah, always been filtered. Oh, just recently, I've learned to put a little bit of Celtic salt in the purified water, and this is, I'm not sure that I can explain it very well, but this is meant to help the body with the natural salts, or the replenishing that's needed within the body, because we lose so much goodness, and the Celtic salt helps us retain the goodness in our bodies. Otherwise, I've found that it goes through you too quickly. So it's got to be the good, your good Celtic salt. So I'm not sure if you've heard about that before.
I have. And it's so interesting too how we are shifting, because we're in such a different energy now than even a few years ago or even last year. Now it becomes lighter and lighter and lighter, and we need different food. And then we also get guided to maybe, adjust our water. Like I was guided to drink the Kangen water And then you are guided to have put the Celtic salt in, and maybe some do also both. Sometimes I put that into the water. And yeah, it's all this what we are guided to for our current ascension process.
Yes, I'll put drops in the water too sometimes to help.
I'm blocking out again. So you're back. We have all these sacred pauses in here. It's interesting.
We do, don't we?
Screen freezes. Yeah. And yeah. This how was Fluffy with the water? And just feel to come back to her as well. I feel her here in us, here with us. And also feel if there's any message from her, any more messages also regarding water. And feeling also really connecting, that you are like reconnecting with her at this powerful moment in time. And yeah, her guiding you further. I don't know if you're frozen, if you're back on. Yeah, so this is also so interesting that we keep breaking up and it keeps freezing, because this is what we are repairing. Now, this is what we are coming out of. We are going into full flow without disruptions. Let's feel that in our body. If it flows and then blocks and flows and stops, but just this full flow, the full flow. And yeah, it's very interesting navigating that, because we see what happens. We start a conversation, the screen freezes, we start, it freezes, we start, it freezes, and we are healing the disconnection consciousness. We are healing, or it means we are shifting into a wholeness, oceanic consciousness, where we flow and we keep flowing and flowing in oneness without the separations and the disconnections. Yeah. And so this gathering, I was guided to call it, hello, Marinella again, you're back. I was just sharing about, we are shifting out of separation consciousness into unity consciousness. And this is so interesting that we are here gathering and we are together, and there's this, we just want to keep sharing, and there's this stop all the time, stop and freeze and stop and freeze and start again and stop and freeze. And it shows us what we are actually shifting out of. We are shifting out of disconnection and separation, really shifting into full flow, where there's not and we are experiencing that a lot in life, right? With in certain areas, people disconnecting, running away, disconnecting, running away. And this is what I'm feeling, especially, shifting out of, as we are shifting into the full flow of life, where we are aligning with the sacred ways of water that flow. Now, there we don't need to hold money in a bank account, like holding it, freezing it, then we give it, then we hold it again. Are we shifting it so that we can actually stay open and flowing? Because so far in my life, it was always like that. It was flowing and then it was freezing, or a little bit of fear. There's still layers of fear consciousness that I've been working deeply through now. That's what affiliating with this company and buying this ionizer and the embody and the shower, anespa, and so on. I had to stretch myself. I had to invest. But that got me to the bottom of these scarcity programs that were there, because this is exactly how it shows up, like with us right now. Oh, we want to share and we want to share. That's how I am with money. Oh, I want to give. I want to give. I want to share. I want to create impact with it. I love giving it around, not just throwing it away, but, oh, wow, I love your music. I want to give you some. I love your content. I want to give you some. That's how I operate. See, and now it's frozen again. And now there you're back again. But I give it, and then, oh my God, I'm scared. Stop, freeze. Give it. And then, oh, I don't have enough. Freeze. I'm shifting out of that. I'm shifting into continuous flow, that it is so abundantly flowing like the ocean that I can keep impacting others, and not just 1 month. And then I'm back to, oh, I don't have enough for myself even. All this, I need stability of that. This is what I'm guided to. As a New Earth pioneer, I need the stability to create the impact I want to create. So this also, as a shaman, for me to be really in the tribal natures, the shamans were supported by their whole village. So if my village here would recognize my shamanic nature, then everybody would be supporting me. They would come to me and ask me for things. They would consult my wisdom. They would come for sessions. They would trust what I say and advise the community to do. And then they would also all share with me. They would share their money with me. They would share their food with me, because they would know that I am so busy creating new pathways for the community and helping everybody shift out of the old. But this is not happening in today's world. We are often isolated, and people haven't even realized themselves, so they cannot realize us either. Because if they haven't realized who they are, they cannot realize who another one is. Yeah, so if I would say to them, I am your village shaman, I would like this and this, they would say you are nuts, right? So we need to find another model for this, another community where we all flow together. This is my vision and why I have launched the InSync Prosperity Community, where we are creating together, and where we are creating together so that we are always in the full flow and able to create impact. I pause again. If you are on now, please come back on and unmute. Well, let's use a moment. It's so interesting, right?
It really is. There's a lot of shifting going on, a lot of healing coming through, and a lot of releasing. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not getting annoyed about this. It's more like, oh, why is this happening? And that's what we do as shamans. Why is this happening? Let's utilize this. Oh, it's actually showing us what we are deeply clearing us. This is how I want to have that with my family. I don't want 1 year to be really close and then we don't speak again with each other. What we are stepping in now is forever. That's why it might also take longer to create, because this is forever.
Oh, how beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a blessing.
And however long it takes, I am so committed and not going anywhere. And I'm showing up every day, and that's not going to stop. Now, and there's more and more energy created, and I'm building the strong foundations. They are there, like the fig tree healing. That's a business I started with my sacred livelihood. The fig tree healing, there's a big fig tree and it has its roots. That's how deep we go in. The branches, and they go out and far and link heaven on earth. And then we have the leaves and all the different branches. There can be all the different modalities, all the different people. But anyway, it's there. It's not a business anymore. It's an alive. It's an alive. It's life itself. That's where we are shifting business into sacred livelihood. So also the business with the Kangen water, it's for me not a business, it's sacred livelihood. We can have it run very automated and we can just live, because we are meant to be the living model. Our work is to live life and to love and to share our mother energy with the world, with the land and with the animals and with the different people, without all the time always needing direct money from them, we can have it flow in from the waters. That's my vision. And the Kangen Shamans return to their origin. That's what Kangen means. And then help others, which includes the earth and animals, to return to their origin. And our origin is love. Our origin is our soul. So that means soul embodiment. Our origin is abundance and fluidity, to be totally connected to the flow of life. And so when we also go into the ocean or we drink this, we get in touch with the pulse of aliveness, of life, and then we get our impulses come in of what we need to create. Yeah, what we are called to create. And that gives us joy. We're not creating anymore because we have to. We create what gives us joy. And the more fun we have, the more everything is flowing. If you're back on, if you're free to come back on.
I'm here.
Yeah, oh, it's powerful. Feeling it shifting also back of the neck. I'm feeling also for us all like as if we had like neck holsters on us, you know, like held by the neck. Oh, and there's so much releasing around our necks. As if we are taking this off, you know, where we were maybe hanged one time, or our head was chopped off, or we were just held tight by the head, like some people hold their animals really tight on a leash. So let's unravel that. Yeah, let's unravel that. And it's really also beautiful. I'm feeling both your fluffy and my fluffy. They're both white and powerful. They are so little, but they are so big. Because the body size doesn't mean anything. Like we are so little compared to how big our spirit is. That's why we are expanding in our body. That's why we need, from my guidance, deeper hydrating water, because we're needing to expand. We're needing to let more of our light in. We're needing to hold more of our light and love, so that we can radiate more out and also channel it into the earth. But we are just as little as our fluffies, you know, in comparison to the ocean or whatever. But we can feel it in them, right? We are big like we all have big energy. When we wake up to who we truly are, the higher we rise in frequency by knowing who we are, the deeper we also have to ground in. So the more we have to come down here. So much more earthing, so much more feeling, and so much more helping. And not from a helper syndrome, but really from the wish of our soul. Like we knew as children, we are here to help others, right? That's not coming from ego. We knew that as children before we even had an ego, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
You've explained that so well.
And that also allows us now to step out of feeling too ashamed to say that of ourselves, because we deeply know, and I've seen it in my daughter, she was tapping plants and animals with the body talk. She was doing body talk. She has embodied it because she was in my belly when I learned it and so on. But she was doing it on everything and everybody when she was little. She is a healer besides her ego. And that's also why now at 16, as her ego is developing, she doesn't want to work with it because she thinks it's fake. So in her, I see that for a long time, we've made maybe our initial gifts as fake or as not real, or that I'm making that up, you know, and I'm holding that for her as mother, and I'm her guide as well, as is she mine, but I'm holding this memory. I know that she's a singer. I know that she's a healer, facilitator of that, because I've seen it in her. before she sings now or is being asked, what do you want to be? That's the ego development. And that's what we are cracking and shedding and letting go of. To embody our soul and our spirit, we let go of all labels, anything that we have constructed from what we thought we had to do, to really become and be who we truly are. Yeah. So it's 1-1. The time right now is at 1-1-1-1-1. Just as I said this, so let's use this portal now to really go really into the shift of really embracing who we truly are. And this is what today here, this is the activation for you. Activating you to who you truly are. And if this is the beginning of the activation, there's more to come. And this keeps also running after we, in the next days and weeks and months and years, this activation will keep running. Yeah. And you can see and feel where it takes you. If you want to join the InSync Prosperity community, you are very welcome to. You get in touch with me, you message me, and then we get deeper in touch. Yeah. So can you hear me? As you just went off, we were just we had been together for 1 hour, 11 minutes, 11 seconds. We just had the portals. I was just in that moment really activating this whole gathering today is about really activating who we truly are beyond ego and reversing our being to operate soul-led and higher self-led, not ego-led. And then the ego can relax and let soul take over. Yeah, and all that we have activated here in our time together today, with the disruptions of the interruptions of the freezing and coming back, that's totally divine. And maybe next time that won't happen, maybe because it's New Year's Eve, everybody is online. Happy New Year. So we are also activating that whole field, the whole World Wide Web, because we are on here right now in this powerful portal. We are sending the energy right here into the web and into our earth grids, wherever we are sitting, above and below. And so much of what we have shared is all about that. Yeah. Deep alignment with source and soul and our true essence coming deeply into our body. And we don't have to do anything for it except allowing it. And for that, we need to stop being busy, and slow down to feel and be receptive. And with that, also the water helps us. I lie in the ocean all the time, or you can do that in a lake or in a bathtub. Just become like water, release any tension out of the whole body, and just become totally receptive. Especially as women, we are receptive. And our masculine, feminine energies also merging inside of us, our 3 brains linking. But the allowing of the surrender of the ego to the soul and the allowance to be shown by our soul what we need to do, what we need to activate in life. Yeah, like I was shown, I need to drink this water, I need to buy these products, I need to share about them. That was very clear. And then I let go of how that is looking like, and I'm being guided all the time. Oh, tomorrow you need to come on and do a masterclass, do a gathering. That's the name, la, la, la. And that's how it goes on and on. It's deep, deep guidance. Yes, it's the flow. We are deeply surrendering into the flow of life, of love, of source energy. Oh, and all restrictions and anything that is not of that can just go, and we are releasing it. And we're just opening that today. Oh. the more we let go, the more we have space, the more we have actually space for our own energy and not for ourselves from an egotistical view or for ourselves to gain something, but this is for the collective. This is to contribute. This is so that we are coming fully on in our soul's mission, which is also the best for us, because our soul is joy. And what our soul is here to do gives us joy. That's not hard work. That's not strenuous, and that's not draining us. Our soul's work is energizing. It's in the flow, and it's easy, and it's revitalizing. So we rejuvenate, and we actually don't get older, then we grow younger. Because we let soul lead. And all the programs also around aging and anything, just going. We release it with the water, dropping it into the flow to be just taken away. Like last night in the video where I was standing in the water and I just let it all go. That's true. What I focus on when I drink, just like hydrating deeply, deprogramming, decoding, and it runs itself now when I drink. And then releasing. I don't even feel anymore that we have an immune system. I feel we just need a detox system now because we are so bombarded with all these different chemicals. So when we can detox that, we can stay pure. And our protection is our source energy. We are light. We don't need anymore all the immune system. That seems a bit outdated. How do you feel about that? If you're back on, I love you to come back on again and share a bit. If you're not frozen right now. The sound is also so powerful. The beautiful energy of sound. Because right now the healing and the activation happens through flow and sound. Yeah. So just to recapitulate, we've reset the hydration in our bodies through putting it in the belly button and the specific hydration technique we did together. And the activation of the reversal of soul taking over and allowing the ego to surrender, allowing us to be receptive, opening up to soul's guidance, remembering, and the shamanic essence coming fully on. And if you are back on, feel free to share, utilizing that your connection is on.
Yeah, I'm back on, Dal.
Good.
And thank you for your explanation of all that. Your words and the way you flow when you speak is just a real blessing. A real blessing. Thank you so much. It's a real healing.
Thank you for receiving that and for allowing it, and now for feeling it, for saying it. And I feel that same with you. And when we are both speaking, it's so powerful. And that's why we are on here today, the two of us, igniting this. So thank you so much for being here. And all you have been sharing, your beautiful energy. And yeah, navigating this stop and go. It's a bit like labor, actually. It's like, oh, there's a contraction, or we go, then it stops again, there's a contraction. Maybe that's what we are doing because we are birthing this anew. And it's recorded, so you can watch the replay as well of what you have been missing, and anyone else who is watching now after. Yeah, this is totally divinely happening. And I'm going to close this now. I'm going to close this in a few moments. Let's just ground in together. And yeah, this is totally divine, exactly perfect how it has been unfolding today. A powerful activation. The Kangen Shamans activating, the aqua phoenixes, the yeah, the arrival point is ready. The InSync Prosperity Community space is set up. So yeah, I feel we're coming to a close. It's 1:22 now, and you can watch the replay to get the full, and others who are called to watch, or you're back on, you can share a bit more if you like. If anything comes through, or if anything comes through from Fluffy. If not, it's also your silence is also.
Yeah, Fluffy doesn't want to be forgotten. She's a big part of our family, and that's why she's been a big part of today. She's right here with me in my heart.
Yeah, beautiful to meet her. And I look forward to what unfolds for you with her as well. As one teacher, I've been studying with the animal energy communication and so on, and the healing when her dog passed and her horse, but they guided her to develop this whole program. They are massive guides for her. So this can all happen when we turn fully on and activate fully. Whatever her role is continued now to be with you. Yeah. And such a pleasure to have her here with us. I have to smile when I feel her. I'm smiling.
Tanya?
Yeah. Yeah. So today we are also practicing holding space and just being. This is true what shamans do. There's so much there's so much happening in the unseen. And there's so much happening also today here in this call and sharing that is not even being seen. Because it's not about that anymore. It's a vibration we have been sharing, the sacred space and being in the sacred space together. Yeah. Were you just about to say something when you froze? It keeps freezing, so Any parts that are frozen or frozen in time, let's defrost them. And these are also parts that have been in isolation. I like that picture of a face surrounded by ice. Isolation. Let's drink to that and unfreeze all these parts, any frozen, all these frozen screens that we've had now in this time here together. It's as if this frozenness just revealed itself. So we are melting that frozenness, bringing it into the flow. Yeah. So let's feel our alignment and our togetherness and our sharing, and let's open fully to the new. We are letting the old go. With every drink, with every sip of water, we are letting the old go in every moment, not just today. We are shifting with every sip of water. And I'm sharing my water codes with you and the activation codes for today. And I'm deeply honoring your shamanic essence, your shamanic nature. My hands are like really hot and warm. And yeah, I see you activating and fully coming on and rising and acknowledging and realizing the beautiful shaman that you are. And you can Google more about it to really see this word, shaman, says it all that we try to describe with hundreds other words. Yeah, it says it all. And we can become so much more quiet and with less words and really operate in our full role and function of our soul's role. So thank you, thank you. Many blessings and so much love, and yeah, have a magical, magical day, and get in touch with me if you like to share what you have been experiencing from this and since you've been watching this. And if you like to join the InSync Prosperity community or anything else, just get in touch. I'm closing this now, and we stay together connected. Yeah, we're coming up to the sacred 129. And yeah, that's when I will turn it off and stop the recording. Yeah.